Toyota's recent recall for stuck throttle pedals has brought to light the dangers of unintended acceleration. But regardless of what car you own, what should you do in the event your car suffers a stuck throttle pedal? You don't have time to analyze the situation, so knowing what to do in advance may save you in the future. Brakes may seem like an obvious first choice, but there are risks and experts are divided on the subject. Fully applied brakes certainly have the power to keep a stationary car from moving under full throttle. But there is less certainty that an average driver can apply sufficient force to stop a vehicle that has developed a wide-open stuck throttle at highway speeds. It's important to note that braking with a stuck throttle would look much different than this normal brake application. Notably, stops would take much longer, and the average driver may not press hard enough as the racing engine fights against their efforts. Turning the ignition off is tempting too, but this approach has its own problems. If your car has a key and you turn it too far, you may lock the steering and therefore may not be able to guide the vehicle. Push-button starters are becoming increasingly popular, and they're easy to use when the car is parked and a single press will stop the engine. But that's not the case when the car is moving and there is no standardization between brands. Therefore, owners need to read the manual to find out what method works for their car. Here are a couple of examples.
In a 2009 Mazda 6 with the optional push-button start, one press will turn off the engine while you're parked. Let's see if that works while we're moving. Nothing. That's the same as a Toyota case that's been recently publicized. Those vehicles require a 3-second push and hold to shut off the engine. Let's try that here. The engine's off if I hold it long enough. Now, I don't have any power assist or power brakes, but these controls are still reasonably easy to operate, and I can bring the car to a safe stop. But a 3-second press and hold isn't really intuitive. If you're in a panic situation, you're more likely to stab at the button. Some manufacturers recognize that and have set up their stop buttons that way. Let's try that here. 3 pushes is all it took. Now I'm going to simulate a stuck throttle and use a different method. I'll put the vehicle in neutral. The engine's going to race, but that's okay because it's disconnected from the wheels. It won't be driving the car. Here we go. The advantage there is with the engine running, I have power steering and power brakes throughout.
So if you're facing a stuck throttle situation, shifting the car into neutral is your best option. But to prevent this type of situation, make sure your floor mats are properly installed and check to see if your car is one of those affected by the most recent Toyota throttle pedal recall. For more information on this evolving story, check back to Edmunds.com.